Hey there, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and today I want to talk about junk journal planners. I started doing junk journal planners in January of this year, and it's now July. I did this inspired, of course, by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and I use mine a little bit differently than hers, but for the most part, I do the same process when I'm making the journals. So what I learned from her, and what I'll explain what I do is, I do a fabric cover, so I use like a paper grocery bag or something inside the cover just for some added sturdiness, then do fabric, and then each signature is 4 pieces of coffee dyed paper folded in half, and then you can add in a couple little extra envelopes or small pieces or something like that to the signatures. This is the first one that I did, and then when I made my second one, I forgot about adding in the small envelopes or small papers, so I just have the regular coffee dyed paper. And what I thought I would first do is use some kits from Barbara and some from Louisa, and I'll explain why I switched just to using Barbara's kits in a little bit. But for this first journal, we have January through April 2025. The first signature is using some of Barbara's papers, the second one's Louisa's, then back to Barbara, then to Louisa. So we're going to take a kind of walk through both of my junk journal planners. So I have this one, of course, and then we have one that goes from May, June, July, and will also cover August of this year. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I use mine for, and maybe this will help you decide if junk journal planners are right for you. Because I have other planners, I have a teacher planner during the school year that I use, and then I have 2 bullet journals. I have a daily bullet journal and then a reading bullet journal. I don't need to put all of my to-dos and everything in here. So what I decided to do is something actually, again, learned from Barbara. She had suggested in one of her junk journal planner videos to just keep track of the creative things you do. So that's what I do in my junk journal planners. Eventually I'd like to add something here just because this is kind of plain, but let's go ahead and get started with January. Here you can see Barbara's beautiful kit. I did do a little bit of stenciling here, but for the most part I just wrote down things that I did that were creative on that day. On this week, and I won't go through and read all of them to you, but just as an example, I worked on my reading bullet journal for this year. I dyed some paper, worked on some little golden book junk journals, worked on this planner, did a junk journal video, did some Defemember prompts, some jeans tags, more Defemember, dyed some more paper. I made some Oreo truffles for my students. There was a contest we had at that time and we needed surprises. So again, I won't read all of the things that I have added to the daily things, but you get the idea, just doing like what creative things. Here we had a little like pouchy thing. I put in just some papers. This has a little to-do list thing. And I found out pretty quickly that I don't want to put to-do lists, so this is probably the only to-do list in this planner. Oh, this reminds me. So Barbara has a bookmark that she uses in her planners, and she uses the same one in each planner, and I thought it might be kind of fun to make a bookmark with the first kit of the planner, label it with a number. So for example, this is number 1 because it's the first junk journal planner that I made, and I used this throughout this one. But then when I made the second one, I made a new bookmark and it has a number 2 on it and uses the kit from the first month of that one. Okay, I'll stick this back in here. Some pages, there's not a whole lot. Like, I added some things. Some weeks and months I got more and more creative, others I did not. Here I added a belly band, and this is a little scrap from the Labyrinth junk journals that I made. I was so excited about those junk journals. And here is a piece of paper that also comes from that. It's a leftover from that. And I thought that would be kind of fun to just keep scraps of those journals because I love them so much. Sadly, nobody else seems to because they've been in my Etsy shop since I made them, but you know what, that's okay. More for me to enjoy. All right, here's a little tag that I think, was I given this somewhere? Oh no, I found this at the Lyman Library. Lyman is a town near me, and I had been at their library, and they just had this little tag sitting in a box of free bookmarks. Oh, this is a fun like flip out thing. If you watch Natasha at Treasure Books, you'll know what this is. She made these, and I wanted to make one, and it kind of opens up, but each piece, it's smaller and smaller. So this opens, and then this opens. Oops, it's not cooperating because I don't have a whole lot of room on my desk. Open like this, and so on. So I made one, and then I didn't know what to do with it, so I thought, oh, I'll put it in the planner. This is a little flyer. We did a hot chocolate party for some of my students who had read extra books, so I just made a copy of the flyer and tucked it in here. Step tracker. Barbara makes step trackers in all of her monthly kits, and I thought, oh, I'll try to use it, and then you can see about halfway through the month, I quit using it. I have my own place in my daily bullet journal that I track my steps, so I didn't need to track it in two places. Now we come to February. This is a kit from Louisa, and I went into Canva and added little tables to write my daily creative things on. What I decided I didn't like about that was when I got to the 4th month, and you'll see that the paper kit that I bought from her was only available in one size. It wasn't available in US letter size, and it just didn't fit well on the pages, and I felt guilty like altering her work by putting the things in Canva over top of it. So yeah. Anyway, we have this little flippy thing. This is a piece of lacy fabric here. We got a little flag thingy. This is on an envelope. And then we have a belly band with something very colorful. This is to help me remember a junk journal that I made that I don't think I showed you on this channel at all. In fact, I'm almost positive I didn't. I made this for Patrick Hines, who is a podcaster, and I was going to go meet him in Salt Lake at an event, and I made him a Pride Rainbow Explosion junk journal, and never did make it to the event because I had an anxiety attack at the last minute. But I mailed the junk journal to him, and he sent me a little video, and he said that he really liked it. And anyway, yeah, I wanted something to remember that. So I put this bam bold pop of neon color into this very blue page.
Hi. I needed to send you a video. I was going to send you a DM that was just like writing, but then I was like, I need to send a video. This is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life. I was just reading your letter that you wrote to me, and I was sobbing. I'm so blown away, and I want to make a post about it on Instagram, but I just wanted to know if it's okay to tag you. I'm happy to not tag you if you don't want that, but I'd love to tag you if this is a thing that you sell that other people can buy from you or order. I mean, this is so beautiful, and I've been talking lately about how I want to do crafting, and like this seems like such an amazing way to like do that, but have it be half done for you.
I think I've got some letters in here. Oh, this was around Valentine's, and I got a couple of cute notes from students and things, and then this was some happy mail that I got from a viewer. Super sweet. By the way, you don't have to, but if you ever want to send me anything, my P.O. box is right here, or if you cannot read sideways, it's always in the description box below. Oh, here we have a little envelope that flips open. Paper bag that I never did get around to decorating. Another belly band. This is a piece of a kit that I must have been working with. I just stuck that in there for who knows what reason. Another belly band. I apparently really like to do belly bands in my planners. You will see several more. We get into March, so we're back to a Barbara kit, and she had this one with these beautiful girls on it. Oh, this is a random piece of ephemera from the Shark Week junk journal I made about this time. We have this piece of beaded trimming. I don't know it looks like it comes off like a wedding dress or something. I don't know. It's just beautiful. This is a darling note that I got from Grace Key, who has a business called Candidly Kind, and she sells gorgeous t-shirts, and they're very good quality, like the fabric and stuff of the t-shirts. I highly recommend them. Grace is a independent young lady business owner who also happens to have Down syndrome, and you can find, if you look on Facebook and you search Candidly Kind, her mom posts tons of pictures of them, and she is a hoot. I love her. And so I ordered a couple of shirts from her, and she handwrites a note with every order, so pop that in there. Look at this. Look at this paper. You don't need to do anything to it. You just need to appreciate it. Ugh, love it so much. Here's just a little card that I made. There's a tag, more of that beaded stuff there. Oh, I have a little visitor sticker down here on a, oh, I remember that was from, I went to visit my nephew, who's 9. He was doing a showcase, like a thing at his school, and parents and family members could come and visit and hear the kids give little speeches, and I had to wear a visitor sticker. This, I had an extra page, and I had just finished Onyx Storm, and so I put down some fan art and a printout of the book cover. There are a couple of book-related things in here, not a ton. This red that you can see here is a piece of a Lindt chocolate wrapper. This is a fabric page tab that I made ages ago and have been hoarding it, like not wanting to use it on something because I just love it so much. The picture, I don't know what it is about it. But I thought, you know what, dang it, if I love it that much, I need to keep it for sure, so it's going to go into my planner. And this is all on a flip out. So I took an extra page from the kit, folded it in half to make a pocket and a hinge, and then we have the bookmark that comes out. This is a glassine envelope, and I have another card here. This is also from Barbara's kit. It has gold splatters, and this stamp says true creativity starts where language ends. So I stamped and embossed that. And what else did I put in here? Oh, this is another piece of ephemera that I've been hoarding for a while. It's a label from Carnation Toilet Water. I don't know how old it is. And these are some bison photos that I took one day. Just went past one of the bison ranches in my hometown and took some pictures and stuck them in the pocket. I need to do that with some of the rodeo pictures I've been taking this summer, but I haven't added any in. Look at her cute freckles. Okay, now April. Now when I explain this, I want you to understand that the kit that I got from Louisa, I love it so much, and nothing against her. It just so happens that this particular kit was only available in like the A4 size instead of the letter size, or I'm not sure if I'm even saying the right size, but it wasn't available in the regular US size. And I got it anyway because I wanted it, and then it turned out to fit weird. You see all this space on top, and there's that much space on the bottom as well. So that's part of the reason why I just was like, I don't know. Oh, I had kind of a funny experience at school on April Fool's, so I wrote myself a note about that. This is a queen contest I attended that my nieces were in. So these little brown E's here, I had 2 8th grade young ladies come to me one day and say, Miss Page, we stole some brownies from the workroom. The workroom is where the teachers usually have the treats laid out that they brought for each other and that kind of thing. And what they handed me was a bowl with some brown E's in them. Let's see. Oh, this is a card that I Mod Podge a piece of a napkin on. That's what this Be Who You Are, Do What You Love thing. See graduation cap there. This is a napkin from my oldest nephew's high school graduation party. And just a little note there. here we have a weird piece of corrugated cardboard because I thought it looked cool. And I stuck in here my ABC April list because I was doing that challenge and wanted to remember it. Another chocolate wrapper, little piece of lace. This is from a student award banquet that I went to and took photos at. This is from the prom. I was a ticket taker at the prom. Stole some tickets. They were gonna get thrown away anyway, that's okay. I've got a bookmark from an author event where I went and met Brian Selznick. This is another belly band and a little card. I feel like maybe I've shown you some of these pieces before in a video. If I have, my apologies. This is one of my favorite tags because we have this awesome dog and then it says, ew, people. And that's the end of our first journal. All right, so as we go into the next one, I have to kind of get up close here a little bit. I want to show you the bottom of this. The fabric that I made the cover on this one, it had this beautiful drapey bit with the lace trim, and I just wanted that hanging off of there. So it looks a little bit different than the other one, and I don't have like a big focal point on the front cover. This is the bookmark for journal number 2, and there's a gold 2 on the back side. You will see that it fits with the first kit as we go into the month of May. So Barbara made this kit with these beautiful purples everywhere and stuff. This one you may have seen because I did some prompts working in this for prompts in a jar kind of thing. There were 2 videos in that. If you missed that and would like to see them, I will link those for you in the space below. We have a couple little fun things. This is just a little booklet. Wrote a little note about a rodeo that I had gone to. This is a bookmark from a bookstore that I visited while I was at one of those rodeos. That was the one I went to in another part of Wyoming. We have a We Can Do It pin. I found this and I just couldn't leave it in the store where I saw it. So I cut off the back of the pin and added it to this little card, and it flips up. Here we've got a movie ticket. And then I printed out like the movie poster, a small version of it to make the pocket, and then put the ticket in here. This is a little hidden thing that has the prompts from the jar that I mentioned. I have this little tag that I made when I was just playing around, and the little boy on here reminds me so much of my cousin Colton when he was a little guy. He's a grown-up now, has kids and stuff. He has 6 kids, holy cow. But I wanted that one in my planner because it reminds me so much of him. So I just kind of clipped it onto this page. I might move it, it just kind of depends on if I for sure still like it there. This I made as part of that prompt jar series, but then what you didn't see is later I added a map on the back. So this photo thing is quite sturdy. It's like a cabinet card kind of thing. And this opens up and we see a ticket for Lagoon, which is an amusement park we take our students to every year. And this is a map of the park that opens up like this. So that's stuck there. And then we come into June. We have this little butterfly card. I had embossed through some stencil and stuff, and that was really fun. See-through belly band. Kind of a strange looking belly band. The red is because this was a wristband from my nephew's state high school rodeo competition. So that was like, I wore that on my wrist to get into all the rodeo performances. And then tucked in here, that same week, I saw my nieces, and my littlest niece Ellis was doing a game where she would run to the park playground equipment and time herself and then come run and write some notes and time herself, and then she was writing about how she had some fun. I just wanted to keep the notes so they get tucked in right here. The plastic on this wristband doesn't like to hold very well, so I'm gonna have to fix that later because it just keeps coming off. Maybe I can find a better solution, or maybe some of you know. I've tried Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue. Maybe I'll try bookbinding glue. I don't know. This is also from State Rodeo. This is a hat pin that I got for free up there, and I again just cut the pin backing off of it and glued it down just to have some more red here. Made a tag with a little pocket there. I had been watching Louisa Heinzel. She's been doing this splattering, like splat thing with oxides and inks and stuff, and I wanted to try that, and so I did that and on the background and added this girl from Barbara's kit and a Tim Holtz sentiment. These are little tags from some shopping I did at State Finals Rodeo. So I just tucked them in here, and this has little extra rhinestones on it, so if they ever come off of my bag, I know that they're in my planner. I wanted to make a little like mini bound journal with some of the small pieces left over from the kit for this month, so I just sewed some pages together. Put some little girls on there. Thought it was kind of cute. That tucks in there. Another tag in a pocket. This one I think I'm also made in a video. This I got a fun new die cut that's like bubbles. And I'll show you. It's this one right here. And I cut out a couple of them and just added them to the corners. Added a couple little stickers for some pops of red. And then the end of June, this came in a Fairy Loot book box. They've been doing these page overlays, and they sent me 2 of this particular overlay. And I thought, well, I don't need to put 2 in the book, so I just stuck one in my planner, and I can still lift it up and see Barbara's beautiful paper there. So now we've reached July, which is the month we're in. As of filming, today is the 12th, and you'll probably see this video next week. I had these papers printed at Staples when I was house sitting for my parents, and they printed them on this really shiny, smooth, fancy paper. I have this little baggie here that I got at the grocery store. It came with bath bomb, and inside of here I have this ticket. So this was from my parents' trip. It's some kind of ticket that they used at an airport that I can't pronounce the name of, and it was €1.50, so I'm guessing it was like maybe a little bus pass or something if they had to go from one terminal to another, or I don't know. And then this is the last page that you'll see any work done in. It's funny, Barbara just recently put out a junk journal planner video where she used a Dubai chocolate package in hers, and I'm like, how did that happen? I have a Dubai chocolate package in mine. Weird. Anyway, I took the cover of the little packaging. The gold is also from the inside part of the packaging that was around the chocolate. And then I added some 3-dimensional ribbon here just for some more depth and dimension to the page. And then made this little tag. Did some stenciling and then splattered with some alcohol ink and did a little stamping. Little bits of ephemera, and the sentiment says, choose to see the good stuff. And I like that when I tuck it in, you can't see the focal point, you can just see like the background stuff. So you have to take it out to see the good stuff. I'll quickly flip through the rest of this month just so you can see the other pages that I added from her kit. They're beautiful. And then my last month, you can see, is completely empty. Now, again, I told you I forgot to add the little envelopes and stuff. Ideally, there would be some smaller papers to play with, or envelopes or different extra bits in each signature. And then after August, I'll be making another one to carry me through the rest of the year. So these are my junk journal planners, what I've gotten so far. We're going to pop the bookmark in here. Let me know what your thoughts are about junk journal planners. Have any of you done them, made them, done anything like that, or do you use any kind of planning system? I'd be interested to know what you do for that. And I think that's all I've got to share with you today. If you're not sure what to say but want to let me know you are here, please give me, let's do a yellow heart. Yellow heart in honor of that last kit of Barbara's with all the yellow colors. So do me a yellow heart emoji or a comment would be great. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.